Yay. Do they have any more questions? Are we allowed to do that? Because I feel it. I feel it. I feel a hunger in the room.
Do you guys have a hunger?
Up to you.
Yeah.
Oh, are you going to do a duet with Lady Gaga?
I don't know. Ask her. I don't know. Why, did you hear of something? I don't know. No, I don't think there's anything. She wrote a song on my last album.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she wrote Fever. Yeah.
I love that song.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was in the studio with her when I recorded it, and that was really fun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question about that?
Yeah.
The very beginning of Fever, it sounds like there's a female voice. Is that Gaga?
It might be. I don't know. It might be a computer. I think it's like a computer voice.
I always wondered, because I
Yeah.
thought if she was there with him, I wonder if she
No, the producer, this guy named Jeff Basker, did that. I don't know where he got it. It was just a trippy kind of sound.
Okay,
It's
I
just
always
like a
wondered.
sound bite.
I'm like, I wonder if that really is
But
her.
maybe it is her because it says mine. So maybe she's
Yeah.
like my song. Mine. I don't know. Yeah.
I was just curious, is it better to be single or in a relationship when you're like a celebrity now and famous and clever
Is it
and
better?
all?
Well, I like it better. Yeah, I like being in a relationship better. I was single for so many years, and I got to be the bachelor, and it was really fun, and it's always exciting to go out and meet someone new, and to be on the prowl and to be available, and to always wonder like what's the next thing, who's the next person I'm going to meet. But there also comes a point where you're like, it's nice to have some emotional security and to have something deeper with somebody,
6
deeper
years,
love.
yeah.
6 years? Yeah. It feels really good. I feel like I had a lot of time to be single and to be that guy, and even like with writing this album, there's songs about that hunt and that search and that liberation of just being single and free. But there's also a lot of songs that are inspired by love. So.
Yeah, you made me cry a lot.
Well, that's what's so cool about this album. I think you guys will hear is that it's kind of bipolar. Like the first half of it is very it's kind of sassy, funky. It's got a lot of attitude, a lot of swagger. It's it's fun dance music. It's proud. It's cocky. It's a little bit promiscuous. And then the second half of the album is definitely. It's a bit more. It's deeper. It's darker. It's more serious. It's it makes you think. I hope it makes you feel.
Good.
And I think what's so cool about it is that all the songs are written from first person perspective. Like I'm writing about how I feel about it and what I'm going through. But at the end of the day, I think all the songs are kind of about what we all go through, no matter who we are, no matter what our orientation is, our age, our religion, our sex, our race. There's a lot of universal ideas in the album.
Thanks.
So I hope that at the end of the day what that proves is that it doesn't matter that I'm Adam, this kind of wacky, weird kid that wears eye makeup sometimes and dresses like a fool.
You're normal, everyone else is weird.
But do you know what I'm saying? Thank you. So it's saying that like even though I'm kind of crazy, I go through the same. I'm just like you. I'm actually the boy next door. I just have a costume on. So, yeah. Yeah.
What do you think's the one thing that someone can do for themselves, like the most important thing somebody can do for themselves, like on the inside, just to make them?
That's a pretty big question. I don't know. That's broad. I mean, I think you just gotta listen to your heart. And it sounds a little cliche, but you have to trust your own instincts sometimes. If you're hanging out with a friend that's not right for yours, like making you feel bad about yourself or doing bad things, and gotta listen to yourself and be like, peace.
Deuces.
Yeah. And sometimes, I think sometimes socially, like with our friendships and in our relationships, one of the best things we can do at times is just cut ties. If something's toxic and it's not good for you, say peace out and walk away from it. Sometimes you have to.
Oh, that's the best advice. Thank you.
No, it's true. It's hard to do because you feel bad and you feel obligated to people sometimes, but you gotta put yourself first sometimes,
Thank you.
Yeah.
When does the advice column come out?
I know. Next on Oprah, after the break. Yeah. Anybody else?
Any other questions? Oh, we have one.
Do you do anything for charities, or do you have?
Yeah, I have a couple different charities. There's a charity that I work with called Charity Water, and what they do is they build freshwater wells in third world countries, because in a lot of those areas of the world they don't have fresh water, and that's how a lot of the disease. That's how a lot of the diseases. Yeah, I know exactly. Oh wow. Metro PCS Lounge.
Commercials too.
And it's ice cold.
But yeah, that's a great charity. You should look it up. For my birthday last year, I asked fans to donate in honor of my birthday. And last year we raised over $300,000. It's great. And this year I'm having fans kind of donate their own birthday in a way. So obviously if you want to get some presents from your friends and family, I get it. But maybe for your acquaintances or in addition to that, you're saying, I'm giving up my birthday, please donate to this charity in honor of my day. And hopefully we can raise even more money that way this year. Yeah.
What do you look forward to every day when you wake up?
Y'all. No, this has been really, I've spent this whole month going from radio station to radio station. And yeah, I could use a nap. I'm not going to lie. But it's been really cool to connect with everybody again, with fans, because Twitter's great, but it's not human.
Yeah.
And you know, what is our society? We're becoming a little bit glued to our devices and our technology. And the human interaction is the best part, right?
Yeah.
So this has been really a great way to kind of get to know you guys again. You guys get to know me again, because it's been 2 years since touring. So this feels good. Like, get to share some space, get to talk, get to laugh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Your album, that's the one thing I'm really looking forward to. But for your fans that are in the UK that are going to be lucky enough to see you at Sonosphere, what song would you not want to touch? Or are there any that...
I don't know yet. I have to go to rehearsal and kind of feel it out.
Yeah?
You know, I'm one of those people, like, I'm in many different areas of my life. I'm a cross the bridge when I come to it kind of person. I try not to look too far ahead because I get really stressed out if I do that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I'll figure it out. I guess we'll see.
And I hope somebody gets it on tape. That's all I can say.
Oh, of course.
If it's your manager,
they're gonna get it on tape.
if it's theirs,
No, there's gonna be. I'm
Like
sure
a-
someone will.
a DVD to buy,
Maybe.
that'd be
Although I
awesome.
won't be able to sell it. I'm a guest. So.
Do you style your own hair sometimes, or?
Yes.
See where you got it from.
Do you like it?
Look at that also, we can see your hat.
Yeah.
What's the most embarrassing moment?
Embarrassing moment. That AMA performance was kind of crazy. I fell. I never fall on stage, and I fell. I like tripped and rolled, and talk about being in your head after that. I was like, oh my God, it's fell. So yeah, that was a lot.
I thought it was part of the performance.
The role? No, that was not staged. I'm not an acrobat. Not in that suit. I wouldn't play the role. Yeah.
What's your favorite 80s song?
80s song?
Yeah.
Anything Michael Jackson or Madonna from the 80s just kind of seals the deal for me.
Good answer.
I'll take one more. Anybody that hasn't asked one yet?
I have a question.
I'm trying to really include.
What's been the biggest sacrifice you've had to make, whether it be in business or personal life, since you reached the pinnacle of this fame that you didn't have a few years back?
Privacy.
Privacy. Do you resent that? Do you regret that?
There are moments where I get a little resentful, but I try always to kind of keep it in perspective and realize how lucky I am. You know, there's like a way to kind of get over any sort of bitter feeling that I get for a minute.
So
But
if you're
sometimes it gets like, it's a little like, oh my God.
Is there ever a time when you're having a dinner with your mom, your dad, a cousin, or something you really want to chat with, and someone approaches you that you're like,
It's a tricky thing because I always try to put myself in the shoes of the person that's coming up. And a lot of times it's a case-by-case thing. If the energy feels... It's not like I have a rule. It's not like, you know, that's not fair. It has to do with how the person kind of approaches you, you know? Some people are really polite and understanding and cool and connected and they get it. Sometimes people are really freaking rude.
crazy
And if someone's
psycho.
really rude, I kind of go, you're being rude, you know?
Yeah.
Because I want to keep it real, you know?
Yeah.
But I know that if someone's coming and they're respectful and they're coming from a place of love, and they're like, hey, just wanted to say, that's great. I love that. I love that. I love a little interaction, a moment. But then when you're like walking in a mall and some dude sees you take a picture with somebody else, and he's like, hey, take a picture with me. Take a picture with me. And you go walk over to him and you're like, oh, hi. And he's like, oh, I'm a big fan. And you're like, really? What's your favorite song? Oh man, I don't remember. That happened one time when I was like this. Oh come on.
Yeah.
You know, what are you supposed to do? Like, what am I supposed to do in that situation? So,
Yeah.
it's just
Fight
case by
for it.
case. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sammy Joe.